Carteret COnnects. I'm Mike McHugh. That's me. That's him. Richard Clark, the news director for the Carteret News-Times. We've done 40 of these shows. Can you believe?
No.
So we want to
Time
thank.
flies.
We want to thank our audience for sticking with us. That would be specifically his mother and my mother.
My mother.
And somebody else out there. So three.
The other one person
Gwen.
out there somewhere.
Gwen Landry. So now we were just talking about. I'm looking through the flyers here that were in the Sunday newspaper and talking about pizza. Wow, we got on the subject like pizza, but
Sounds good already.
I could
though.
have three. We could do a pizza sample too.
No,
It's going to take a little bit of investment here and microwave, but a Pizza Hut, Papa John's, Domino's, and two store-bought pizzas.
Okay.
Store-bought pizzas come a long way.
Long way.
Even
Yes.
like to the point where like the Food Lion pizza for $3.99 pepperoni isn't bad.
And
in a pinch.
You know that
Not even
like
in
a
a
Little
pinch.
Caesars is cheaper than the DiGiorno.
I know.
That's
I know.
crazy.
I don't know how they do that.
I don't know how they do
And I'll
it.
tell you what, when I was working in Jacksonville, we were in Jacksonville. Sometimes I'd go to the Little Caesars. I mean, for what, $5?
$5
plus tax.
Yep.
You know, you had a whole pizza and it's just driving around.
And
town.
you know, I think it's really helped their business, Little Caesars, because you know they were about to die.
Yeah.
And if you look now, they're always a little bit busy.
But you know, $5. I mean, I know talking with Brad Buckley from Papa John's in Swansboro, the box alone costs 50 cents.
Well, I think it's
The margins are so thin.
from my days in the pizza place in college. It was the cheese. That's the money.
Well, there's dough, there's the sauce, there's the cheese.
But the cheese was the expensive one.
Probably.
And it goes substantial. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it fluctuates.
Yes. Well, I mean, if you go with the cheap end, it's cheap.
Yeah.
If you go with real
Yeah.
one, it's pretty expensive.
Yeah.
So I think that's probably where the cost comes in. Because the rest of it's the same pretty much.
Yeah.
Dough and sauce. But the
you can't get
cheese,
that
I think, is where the
$5,
difference is.
You know, $5. Yeah.
Man, I grew up.
I know.
You know, I know what government cheese is, put it that way.
I like government cheese. My grandparents used to get government
See?
cheese.
So it
big
doesn't
block
bother
of
me
it.
that much.
Yeah, I love the government. That big block in the
Big
box.
block in the
Yeah,
box.
yeah. I forget. In the 70s, I guess it was. They had a surplus of it,
Mm-hmm.
and my grandparents were in Pennsylvania. And they got a box of cheese. I mean, I could.
I think they were giving it to older people back
Well, that's
then.
my grandparents. Yeah. But we got it because my grandparents would always pass stuff around. But I could sit in front of a television, like I could sit in front of TV, and had a piece of that block of cheese, cut it up into cubes, and then we had what we call ring bologna. Have you ever had that?
Yeah, were you talking about the stuff with the thing on the end of it?
Well, we bought. I mean, in Pennsylvania, it looked like
A big-
sausage.
oh,
It
yeah,
looked like big, but
yeah.
it was ring bologna.
Okay.
And you cut that had skin on it. You cut the
Yeah.
skin off, and then mustard, cheese, and ring bologna. That would be a meal, you know. And I could just sit there, and I was happy as a clam.
I'm surprised they even still sell bologna. That people still eat it.
Oh my God! Yeah. Well,
I mean, you know,
it's
in
Spam.
this day and age, yeah. I mean, I wonder how Spam is. You know, they eat more Spam overseas, like in Asia. They
It's
still
not,
eat it.
you know, they fry it up. It's not bad. You know,
I'm not a fan,
I
but
wouldn't make a as a you know a constant.
I always remember when I first went to college, and Mom would make the bag of food. When I was in college, my mom would send me food. You know, I'd go home and visit, and there'd be a bag. She'd give me a bag or two to go back, and inevitably there'd be a can of Spam at the bottom of it. And I don't think I ever ate a can of
It can
Spam.
survive a nuclear explosion. So be glad you have it. You know, and hey, during a hurricane and the power's out, you open that. Does it still have the wheel, the key?
Yeah. I don't
That
know
you
if it
can
does or not.
slice your fingers with, right?
My girlfriend eats the spicy kind because, again, she's from Asia and they eat it.
What, Spam?
Yeah, they make a spicy version,
Really? In the little can?
but you can't find it around here very much. So she has to get it at like
What is
the
that,
Royal
that stuff on the top? You know,
that jelly stuff
yeah.
that I don't know what it
But
is.
people when they fry it up, they put all the schmutz all in the frying pan.
Yeah, not me, baby.
It's okay. We'll have our pizza.
But I do eat hot dogs, so I can't really say anything because that's pretty much the same stuff.
I should bring down. I'm going up to. Well, I'm not going that far. Never mind. I was going to bring down the doggy pack from Yakko's, but we'll save that for another trip. But I think the pizza would be good, and then blindfold and say which is this, which pizza.
I'm in.
Could you tell Papa John's from Domino's?
I bet I can.
I think I could.
I bet
And
I
Pizza
can.
Hut. I think
Bet
I
I
could
can.
too. Yeah, I like all three of them.
I eat a lot of pizza, so I'm pretty
I
sure.
wouldn't kick any of them off the porch.
Yeah, as you can tell, I eat a lot of pizza.
I do love pizza. Yeah.
There's the one thing, honestly, that if they said that, I always say, well, if you could only eat one thing or whatever on the island, pizza would probably be my choice.
Pizza's right up there.
Because I can eat it anytime, anywhere.
Mexican is right
Couldn't
there.
eat that every day, though.
And Chinese.
Could not eat that every day.
I could.
Yeah,
I could bounce between fried or not stir fried beef, giant.
What do you get when you eat Chinese?
Sesame chicken.
Sesame chicken.
Or orange beef. Those are my two go-to. I used to be a beef and broccoli. And
yeah, that's what I get.
Then I discovered the other ones.
Really?
Sesame chicken's good. It's like candy.
You eat sushi?
No. No. And then the fried beef, the orange beef.
I had either one of those. I have to try those. Yeah, I'm not.
The orange beef because they put orange peels in there, which I don't know what it does to the flavor, but I put those to the side. But the little strips of beef, it looks like a cat, like you're looking at a cat litter box.
Right.
It's got the little sprinkles on there, and there's the little sliver of there's the turd, or there's the snack. That's what that looks like to me. But the chicken is just good. And I'll tell you, at the grocery store, the P.F. Chang's honey chicken
That's good.
pretty darn close to what you get. But good Chinese food. I mean, good chicken made fresh and stir fried and all that. You can't beat it.
No.
It's made fresh.
It's and as you know, because you spent some time in D.C., the Chinatown areas excel at that stuff.
It's nice. Yeah.
Like the Thai, I don't even know what I was getting. I couldn't tell you what it was, but the Thai food was great.
Thai was excellent, and they had excellent Vietnamese restaurants.
Yes.
So between Vietnamese, Thai, and Chinese, they're all slightly different.
They're different.
But you can go in there and
get close.
Get close to what you like at your neighborhood Chinese.
They're all different though.
So maybe we do how are we going to do that? We'll have to bring the pizzas, nuke them, and then taste them. But Jairus, who's been on several of our episodes, we were going to kill him off in the next season, but he's going to be out of here in November.
Yeah, he's getting ready to leave anyway.
He's going on a mission to Barbados.
Yeah, because that's where you want a mission.
He suggested that we bring in the Burger King Whopper and the Incredible Whopper.
I'm for that.
I've had two now of the Incredible Whopper.
And you like it?
Oh yeah, and I've had the Hardee's, but their brand of it.
Mm-hmm. And how was that?
It was good. It wasn't. I thought Burger King topped Hardee's. Just me. But I would be
for it. Let's try
be curious. Yeah, maybe we start with the burgers. We can do that
because I'll be honest. I probably won't try it otherwise because I hate to spend the money and then not want it.
I have these coupons that I think they're about to expire, and it's those things you get the Advil. So I think I got two, buy one get one.
Well, I mean, because I can't do it. That's $10
does Burger King open at? Can you get dinner?
No, it's like 11.
That's gonna
So we can do it later.
We gotta buy them, bring them in, nuke them.
We'll get them on the way, and I'll stop at your office one day, and we'll do a show. Right.
Oh, we can do it that way.
Yeah,
we'll do that. Okay,
we'll do that.
Cool. All right, so we'll get the Whopper. We'll go to the Swansboro Burger King.
Yeah, and grab them fresh.
Grab them fresh, take them back, and then we'll do the.
Because if I do know one thing about fast food is this: most of it is terrible after it gets cold.
You don't want to do that now. That's why you want to eat it.
Yeah, I mean it's not designed.
No, but I'll tell you, the one I had, or the one they were like that.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
Yeah, and they had a lot of sauce and all that.
It was all right though. It
was terrific.
I need to eat it better because I need to eat better. I'm
I don't know. I mean, overall, I mean, as far as taste, it was fantastic. I don't know calorie versus calorie, if that's what you're looking at. I bet you they're probably the same.
I'm looking at eating better. I've been eating too much fast food.
It's hard, man. That's the word. We
bought a bunch of fruit and vegetables. I'm curious to see how long this lasts. Yeah.
See how long it takes you to deep fry that plum,
I'm
chocolate
not,
and then deep fry it.
I have no willpower because I'm looking at especially if you watch, you're not right now, but if you watch sports, they just pepper you with food.
Oh, yeah.
The whole time you watch it, and you're trying to eat a piece of celery.
Like, hey, don't watch it at home alone. Come out to Buffalo Wild Wings. Come on.
And on your way to Buffalo Wild Wings, get this pizza to take with you.
Yeah.
I mean, it's awful.
I came back from a walk yesterday, and it was right around lunchtime. And I thought, okay, I had the cereal. I always start out well, and then my day just goes downhill. So open up the freezer, and the air dried Tyson's chicken. It's in the freezer section at your grocery store. It's good. Have you had those?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So there was like there were 5 chunks in the bag left. They weren't the big fillet.
Right.
And I thought, well, you know what? That's kind of like just getting a 10-piece nugget, right? They're just a little bit fatter. So put them on the plate, and they're too easy to make.
Yeah.
Microwave 4 minutes.
Done.
4 minutes. Put the barbecue sauce on.
You don't eat a lot though, do you? A lot like quantity.
No, I didn't need to eat 5 of them. I could have had 3 and been satiated.
All right, here's my Saturday: 2 big breakfasts with hotcakes. 2.
Nice. 2 of them.
2.
What do you mean? Like what from Al?
2 different at the same time.
Okay.
2. Then I ate some Doritos.
Yeah,
and then I went to Five Guys and got a cheese hot dog and a double hamburger and some fries.
For yourself.
For myself.
Yeah, so you could have had one or the other.
Yeah, that's what I got to work on somehow.
Yeah,
I got to make that.
It's hard. It's hard because your mind sets.
It
says, you know what, I can do the hot dog. Oh, it's like you're Spalding.
You know,
at Caddyshack.
Yes,
I want a
hot dog. I want a
hamburger. You'll get nothing like it.
You know, the best thing I ever heard about food, diet, whatever you want to talk about, is this athlete said, he was in the NFL and he was changing his whole, deal. He said, I'm trying to eat when it's a necessity and not to make it an event.
Yeah.
And when you think about that, we do that.
Yeah.
Just, hey, let's go to dinner. Or
especially eating out.
Yeah, and we'll watch this TV show, whatever it is.
Yeah.
It becomes an event, and that changes what you eat and how much.
My biggest vice is the time in the day in which I eat. We made these beautiful pork chops from Food Line yesterday on the grill, and we started.
You grill much?
Oh yeah, all the time.
Okay.
5:30, put them on the grill. They were done at 6. Well, my wife does some errands after that, so I said, "Well, I'll wait till you get back." Well, she didn't get back till like 8:45, so we ate at 9 o'clock. I'm eating.
Yeah, that's not
and
good.
at 9:15, I'm in bed.
That's horrible.
It's terrible.
Yeah,
it's terrible.
That's horrible for you right there.
Yeah, so I've always liked, and when I was living in Washington, we always ate late. When my parents, or my mother, or with my parents, it's 4 o'clock we eat, and I feel like, oh my God, I'm going to be starved at 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
That's when you get the chips out and the salsa. I like those big.
Then you done ate a half a bag of that, and then they're ready to go to eat dinner.
Yeah.
And, and so
I demolished. I like those corn chips that Food Line has out by where they used to have the self-serve.
The ones they make
chicken,
themselves.
They make themselves.
Yeah.
And I went through. I demolished.
What I really like is the people to tell us what the best restaurants are here in Carteret County, because I need to re-up some of mine and expand my variety here. Put it that way. Yeah. I've eaten that dank burrito, which was fantastic. But other than that, it's just really been fast food, and I don't eat a lot of sit-down stuff. Obviously, stuff's been closed.
Yeah, it's hurt us. It's hurt us, as far as.
So I'd really like to get a little bit of input there, so we could.
I'm going to a lunch today. I'm stepping out. Got the chamber show. We're going to the Borough Restaurant in Swansboro.
I miss your chamber breakfasts you used to have back when I worked.
Yeah.
And you bring all that bacon back.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Oh. We have our breakfast. Well, we'll who knows when we'll start that back.
I love some breakfast food.
That was at the Borough Restaurant, and they put out a fabulous spread for the chamber. So one of the benefits of joining the Swansboro Area Chamber of Commerce.
Oh man, it was good. It was
general membership meeting. Yeah. So we're going to do our Military Affairs Committee's meeting there at 11:30, and we're going to recognize a corpsman, I believe, today from Camp Lejeune.
So yeah. Too bad you can't get him in here. We could have talked to him.
We'll get lunch. Yeah.
That'd have been nice.
So.
Well, what else did you do this weekend?
Stayed inside. It was too darn hot to be out. Went out early.
Saturday was awful.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, though. Friday was beautiful.
Remember
Friday?
Friday evening was fantastic.
The storm passed. Yeah. Saturday it stormed.
Saturday it was awful.
I was out back, and I was reading the paper. It was about 5:30, and all of a sudden, my dog Casey gets up, and she walks into the garage, up to the back door, and looks back at me like, I can't stay out here. And I looked towards Jacksonville, and it was red and black.
Well, we went out Saturday morning to do our errands, and it was not bad. The temperature was nice, and it wasn't really humid yet. But about 1 o'clock,
it got hot.
Whew,
yeah,
it was like, you felt like you were just stepping into the jungle.
Yeah, I was gonna cut grass, and I was like, you know what? It probably is better if it's higher.
It was like the Amazon.
Yeah,
I mean, it was just just
got
wet.
How people lived before air conditioning. I mean, feel like this room is pleasant. You wouldn't be in here. I don't know where you'd
look. This room is pleasant, but I couldn't sleep in here.
It's too warm.
It's too warm.
It would be comfortable in my house. We have it at 83 degrees.
Oh my God! What?
But it feels like a plunge pool. It really does. We have fans. We got fans working.
So. Oh my God!
Yeah.
Yeah, I could never.
I was talking with folks at the Lady Swan. They run a tour boat out of Swansboro, and they have a cabin on one of the islands out in the Intercoastal Waterway.
Nice.
And well, you wouldn't like it.
I
said, "What's it like out there?" And they said, "Well, it's a beautiful shelter. It's a house. It's got electricity, but no air conditioning." Yeah, I said, "Well, then I guess you get a nice breeze."
I always wondered about that because I used to see them in Florida. Those ones on stilts.
Yeah, but still.
How do you have power in that? How's that work?
They got power somehow. So I mean, think of myself now.
How'd you do that?
Why not get probably under conduit under?
You couldn't get a window unit?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like get a hotel.
Yeah,
one of those.
Huh?
I couldn't stay out
No,
there. So
no.
you want to stay out there? You can go out there.
Well, if you're far enough out, I imagine the breeze would be nice.
a hot breeze.
But I know that
It ain't
the
like
ones,
it's blowing 50-degree air at you. It's,
well,
it's
I know the ones in Florida we're talking about where they, on stilts, they're not out far enough to get a breeze.
No.
You're kind of in the Gulf type
It's a hot
areas.
breeze.
And
It's a hot breeze. It's not
Yeah,
like it's an air conditioned breeze. No, I'll
Mhm.
take the air conditioning. So that's what I did. I did my stuff in the morning. We did.
I would have never made it down south back in the day.
Well, Richmond's. That's hot.
Yeah. Oh God, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I would have never made it. I'd have had to been north without air conditioning.
It's changed too. We used to have just 1 week of hot weather in Pennsylvania, but we had the windows open. We had
Right.
Other than that, you didn't need it. But now it's
You
like
do.
it's like this up there.
Yeah.
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 I'm going to be going up to DC on Friday from here. Not looking forward.
Let me tell you
to that.
something. Two of the hottest days I've ever had. Now again, lived in Florida, lived here, was in St. Louis.
Yeah.
We went to a baseball, and it was just so hot
There's no
feeling.
escaping that. What do you
It was
do?
just
Drive to
awful.
Mississippi.
And DC,
Yeah. It's like
one year,
It's like a
one of the festivals we went to was just so hot.
Yeah.
I think it's all that asphalt. and
It
stuff.
is. I went one year. We went to for July 4th, for my birthday. We went down to Williamsburg. We're at the Williamsburg Inn. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
And we walked outside, and it felt like it was 110 degrees with humidity at 90%. Like, oh my God! Walking around the historic area. of Williamsburg.
No.
That hotel had a beautiful pool, but it was like sizzling.
Yeah.
So I was like, go back to the hotel.
Virginia's much like here. My parents.
The Tidewater
honestly-
area is hot.
Yeah.
like it's like DC hot.
Oh yeah. Well, here in Richmond, it's usually about 4 or 5 degrees cooler than it is here. That's
You get-
because
you
my
get-
dad's old, so he looks at the weather a lot.
Yeah.
So we.
But here
compare.
you get a breeze. If you're going to Emerald Isle,
You do here in Carteret
Yeah,
County
I
get a
mean-
fairly decent breeze.
Yeah, you walk on the beach. I miss going to. I haven't gone to the beach this year. Normally I go practically every day and just walk.
Yeah, I was about to say, why don't you? Why'd you stop?
Because I go and I pick up the trash, and I would go through the garbage cans and pick up the.
Well, they're
cans.
going back now.
Well, yeah, but two things. I think I'd be looked at like a leper, given that COVID-19 is still out there. So here I am going through the trash can.
You could. You had to wear a mask and gloves, maybe.
Well, I wore gloves last year. I never wore a mask.
You might go put a
But
mask
then
on.
bringing it home, I don't have a scrapyard that's open yet, and I'm getting a little heat from the home front on that one. So I got to keep my.
Have you talked to the guy?
No, I haven't seen him.
Oh.
I go by every day like a mental patient. I look at the house. I look at the pile of metal and the chain link fence, and it's closed. Like maybe today it'll be open. So I think honestly, the guys that work there, I'm sure they've taken North Carolina unemployment. They're making more on that than they.
That
really
runs
were.
out though.
It runs out at the end of this month.
And the
but
Fed stuff runs out the 31st.
It's the 31st. And so I'm trying to hold off because when I go,
You don't want to increase the pile
I
right now.
can't. But my brother's going to give me another load, so I'm going to have to sneak that back onto the pile under the cover of darkness. So the pile.
That's great.
Oh,
That's
it looks
great.
awful. It looks like Sanford and Son.
That's
out
so
of my
great.
house. I got a nice. It'll be nice when I take it to the yard and all that.
I'm gonna make a TikTok with you driving around with Casey and have the Sanford
What's with
song.
is that the only dance move they do on TikTok?
Nah, they got about 3 as best I can
Is
tell.
that like the official TikTok dance? Like now they're getting like
Dude,
old grandmothers out there.
Yeah,
They
I know nothing
They got
about
the hot little I should say that. They got the younger set behind grandma. They're all doing their dumb TikTok crap.
All I know is I can see already that TikTok's starting to get a little bit older.
It is, yeah, because
And,
they're running out of ideas.
And so it's once it starts getting older, the kids will migrate somewhere else.
I wish that.
I can see it.
I
can see it on Facebook.
I like to see it for the dogs and the horses. I think they're cute.
Yeah,
Some cats.
that's all I really look at anyway. And some of the ones that are funny, like there was one with his father running with his 2 little kids that were like toddlers, a little bit older than toddler, and their mom was starting the race and they start running, and the dad pushes the little kids
Get out of
down.
the way. Yeah.
Stuff like that makes me laugh.
I like the animal ones.
Yeah,
But
I use it for humor. I mean, that, it is.
And
what
you
it
like
is.
to look at the architecture too.
Yeah,
of
something like that.
of the houses.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
It is amazing. Jesus.
Some of the houses these people live in, you're like, wow,
Opulent.
they really live like this? Are they going somewhere to shoot this?
Yeah, the neighbors aren't homeless.
But it's like Facebook. Facebook is so much older now than it was just 5 or 10 years ago.
I think you sent it to me, but it was a family at their beach week, and they're all sitting on the stairwell going down to the beach, and they're doing that move and all that. That's all cute and all that. But I remember seeing that. See, now TikTok is here, so they do that. Whereas 2-3 years ago, they all would wear the obligatory white shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever seen that on the beach? It's like, oh God, we got to do this now. So everybody get your white shirt on
and go
by the sand dunes at sunset or sunrise.
Yeah.
And they're all out there, and it's like, oh God, how staged. But everybody, that's their beach.
I'm not really
now. This is the new thing.
Yeah.
So you've done away from having to pose by a dune in your white shirt.
Some of it, if it seems a little spontaneous, it's all right. But the stage stuff really kind of.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I mean,
it's like Christmas card pictures.
Dancing.
Back in the day, you had to take
well, see, and that's what the white shirt on the beach were doing.
Yeah,
they were doing it for their Christmas cards.
Yeah. I'm not one for a lot of pomp and circumstance.
Well, remember when Christmas cards went from just saying, you bought a box of cards and you just signed your name, Mike and Kathy. And then you started doing. Well, it's been another year. Yeah, exactly.
My family's great.
In January, we went
Johnny's a doctor.
We went to Cabo San Lucas for the weekend, and then in February to celebrate Valentine's, we went to Paris.
Yeah,
and then
Johnny's a doctor. Sharon's she just married a millionaire congressman.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and she's a lawyer. Did we tell you that?
That was the highlight. Now you get it on Facebook. Everybody's Facebook life.
Then they can put comments in there. Yeah, but it took her 10 years to get.
Yeah, exactly.
Her third husband's the lawyer. The first two were dead.
Yeah, there's a lot of people whose lives are very good on Facebook. Put it that way.
Yeah.
So
Thank God for Facebook. Thank God for Mark Zuckerberg. It's not right.
I wouldn't even have it right now if I didn't need it. To me, it's so outdated and let's just say outdated.
I like when people talk so authoritatively. They're like, well, I wrote a piece and it's on my Facebook page. Like, okay.
Well, what I found...
Thanks, David Brinkley.
What I found is people don't know the difference between Facebook and websites and things like that anymore.
And blogs.
It's all mushed together now.
Yeah.
So a lot of people don't realize their differences.
It's beyond saying, I saw it on the internet. No, it's some Yahoo that's got a blog.
And
there's no...
That's right.
You aren't James Michener. You aren't a correspondent. You're just putting your thoughts down on this platform.
Like this.
Like this.
And that's why we've tried to stay away from certain things because this is just this is not news. This is entertainment, hopefully, or maybe.
Occasionally throw a nugget of news out there.
Yeah, but not a lot. Yeah.
Don't believe us.
But yeah, I don't think we know the difference. There's a lot of people that think scrolling their Facebook and that's the news. No. That's not.
No,
it's not.
Yeah.
And you should know the difference, especially in these times.
Yep.
But, pretty soon it's going to be TikTok. I have a bunch of advertisements on it. I've already seen the upkick on it. Yeah. The uptick. When I first got on it,
the whole purpose of it.
A while back, I guess it's been about 6 months. You hardly ever saw one. Now every time I cut it on, it leads with one. Mm-hmm. So it's starting to pick up. And once it does that, once the suits
they all bait you. They all get you in. Like YouTube just started out, I was like, hey, you just plug in stuff and it plays. Now it's you get a 30-second ad. You can skip it after 5 seconds.
But you might get another one right behind
then you get one right behind. Yeah. Or you're in the middle of stuff.
Yeah, I've seen that too.
Boom, ad coming up. What did I do?
I guess I got to do it to survive, but
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, look, you're not paying for it.
No. There lies the problem.
Yeah. But you can't fast forward, so it's like, you're stuck in there.
Yeah.
So they get an ad delivered, and they tell their advertiser, so many people saw this, and
it's funny because, like on YouTube, for instance, at the beginning you could just get rid of it, but slowly they made it where you couldn't do that. And they've upped the number. First it was 5 seconds. Now it's like 15.
Sometimes it's 15 or 30 seconds. And it seems like an eternity.
Yeah.
You have to watch a 30-second.
Well, that's why I can't watch regular TV.
Oh my God!
Anymore.
Listen, I was watching regular TV over the weekend. I got on the MTV, right, and they were playing 80s videos.
Yeah, that's cool. Great, by the way.
So, you could tell they would play 2, maybe 3 in a segment. They went to commercial break, and I was ready to shoot myself. It was for U-Haul, and it must have been a 4-minute spot. Like, oh my God! They first did the, hey, we're downsizing our house, and they're doing all this. You can downsize your house. You have a U-Haul that delivers to your house. And then they did the kid going off to college. They went through that whole narrative. And the neat thing about U-Haul is they have license plates, unlike Pod, so you can park it on any street. And then it was what was the next one? It was something moving. It felt like it was 4 days, that commercial. I was like, oh my God! And then they went back to MTV.
Well,
played 2 more videos.
I think that's
went back
why
to another commercial.
I think that's why you've seen the ABC, NBC trio, whatever. I think that's why you're seeing them fail. They refuse to give up their old model. They just refuse to do it. Mm-hmm. They still put commercials every 15 minutes. They still, and this is because people at the top want the money, and they're unimaginative people at the top. This is what happens with all this stuff. For instance, once you get rid of the talent in any business, the talent or the imagination, and you whitewash it to where anybody can do it, all of a sudden you downgraded your product immensely. Yeah. In their case, they got the same model. There's still commercials on. They're still running the same type of shows. They still make you wait a week. In a time when people want to binge it, watch more than one at a time, they still refuse to do that on CBS, ABC, whatever.
Right.
Because it's what they do. And you couldn't tell the people in charge to change that under any circumstance.
So how many more,
no matter what the evidence
How many years away are we from that just being that model exploding?
I don't think we're that far away.
Yeah. You're probably right.
Because what it'll take is...
well, you know, the thing is, too, the way how events change so quickly, like we see it here with the virus and all that, the networks, the major networks, usually in, I forget what time of the year, I think it's in the summer, maybe the spring, they have...
Sweeps.
They have the meetings in New York where they do the advance buy.
Right.
For the fall schedule. That's where they lay out the fall schedule, and they say, okay, Procter & Gamble, here's your slots, and they're going to say, you know what, we're talking March, we don't know what April's going to be like.
Well,
I think events are changing so quickly that they're going to, say, that's going to...
I think network TV is only being held afloat by the perception that the boomers give it. And I say that strictly because of the numbers, not because of people's age.
Yeah. No,
but those are the people that haven't cut the cord.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's right.
Anybody under...
All you have to do is look at the ads that play during... Watch ABC News tonight, NBC or CBS News at 6:30, and look at the spots that are on, the advertisements that are on there.
They're the ones keeping it afloat.
They're all geared, and it's going to be medical and later stages of life.
And then you got people running these companies that are also of that age. Right. So they're not going to try to move forward for anybody. Yeah. So instead of it being able to adapt and move, it's going to go and die because they held on to it too long. Yeah. And I think they're already there. I think what's probably saving them besides that is there's a streaming war right now, and nobody's really figured out the platform yet.
Right. It's still shaking out.
QB just had one. It's called QB that was strictly for the phone, and they did little short things like TV stuff. That hasn't really caught on yet. I don't know if it will, but... And you got Netflix, and you got Amazon's kind of falling behind a little bit. Hulu's upgraded a little bit. Once one of those figures it out for real, I think you'll really see the downfall.
Break from the pack.
Right now they're fighting it out, so it's left these guys untouched a little bit.
It's kind of like a NASCAR race. You got them all bunched up. Mm-hmm. They go into the pits after the first caution. They do a little adjustment, and all of a sudden he's gone.
And whichever one figures it out from that, it will kill the other ones because also, as the demographic changes in 5 or 10 years, if you know what I'm saying, that's going to change completely.
Well, the advertising dollars follow the winner.
Right.
They'll jump on that horse.
And the people viewing.
Yeah.
The people sitting at home, when that changes, let's call it change, and that number becomes less, this number will come more as we move forward. I just think that those CBS and them are dead. They don't even do their online stuff right. It's so bad compared to some of the others.
Do you go to cbsnews.com? No. Right?
You can.
You can.
But yeah, it's horrible.
Yeah, abcnews.com.
They have each of them have their own little. I think CBS is like CBS Access or something.
I haven't looked at any of those websites.
Oh, it's horrible.
Yeah,
it's horrible.
Check that out.
The cable companies have tried to do it too. Their online stuff is terrible. It's not user friendly. It doesn't adapt well. Honestly, the best one for not content but user friendly is Netflix. Really? It works. It works no matter what your
Netflix for what? I mean,
just to watch whatever you're gonna watch.
Oh, Netflix. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I can figure it out.
The Amazon and Hulu both take longer to get their stuff together. Netflix is pretty on it. Whatever their platform is, it's better than the other two right now. Now their content's different, and the content really changes the game.
Yeah, I almost got sucked into Netflix this weekend just because it was so darn hot out.
Yeah.
You know, but maybe next 2 weekends when I'm back home.
Yeah, we started a new show on one of them, so here we go.
Let's wrap up.
Yeah,
he's
got to go.
I got to do some work today. We'll do those Whopper tests.
We're gonna do those soon. If you got any ideas, send them to us.
Yeah,
we'll try it.
We'll try it. Thanks, guys.